Hi, we're doing something a little bit spooky today. I am bleaching my own hair. It's been over a year since I've been to the hairdresser and I just moved to Melbourne and the hairdresser is really expensive and I can't afford it at the moment. I'm at the point where I'm like, well, I might as well try it, and if it works, then stunning. I can save my money from here on out. I'm quietly confident that I'm going to do a good job. Done my research. I've bought professional level products, somehow without a beautician license. As far as products go, starting with the actual bleach, I'm using 6% 20 volt. My lighting's not very good, so my hair looks really dark, but I would say that my hair naturally is like a level 7. So I feel like a 20 volt is going to be perfect. And then I've also bought the Wella Blondor Multi 7 Blonde Powder Lightener. I've also got the Redken Shades EQ Gloss Processing Solution. This is the biggest bottle I've ever seen, so I feel like this is going to last me forever. I've also got the High Lift Cureplex Bond Creator #1. This is the solution that you mix in with the bleach that protects your hair so it doesn't damage and break your hair so easily. Usually these things are salon only, but there was a website that was selling it. I've also bought some Redken Shades EQ. For my ends, I'm going to do a mix of Redken 10GI and 10WG. Probably a little bit more of the 10GI, but I do like a warmer blonde. And then I'm also going to do a root tap, so I bought the shade 7N, which I felt would be closer to my natural, so everything blends together really nicely. And then last but not least, I've also got some foils. I bought the Boo Boo Bare Bones embossed foils. Altogether, all the products cost me around 200 AUD, which is a lot, but I feel like if this goes well and I can use them again and again and again because there's so much product here, I'm gonna save my money like tenfold over. Going to the hairdresser usually costs me about $600 a pop. I'm really nervous. Okay, we just need to do it. Let's get started. First thing I'm doing is grabbing some clips and sectioning my hair off. I want to do a full head. I'm not just doing like a partial foil, so I'm going to start through the back because I imagine that this will take me a while, and if I need to rinse the back off early, it's much easier to rinse that out and leave the front foils in than it is to rinse out the front foils and not touch the back foils. So we're going to section our hair in half from the front to the back. So this front section, we're going behind the ear. And then I'm also splitting the back in half. I don't have to show you because I also need to see, but I'm just pretty much taking the crown, so this part of my hair. I'm going to tie this away. As far as placement goes, I'm following a tutorial from Charlotte Raleigh Hair, who is a professional hairdresser. I want to apologize to her in advance because I feel like the tutorials and the placements and things she's giving out are intended for other hairdressers and for baby hairdressers to get inspiration and ways to like change their looks, not for people like me who just want to do their hair at home. You can see I've separated another bun out of my hair just so that I've got this bottom section in a kind of V shape at the bottom of my head. And that's the section I'm starting with. I'm grabbing this section closest to my neck because I want to do a couple of waves right around the hairline so that when I do put my hair up, it does look a little bit more natural. It's a little bit higher impact when you've got the blonde right around the hairline. So I'm splitting this section in half and weave. Ah, why am I scared? And basically I'm going to do a little bit of back combing. Oh wait, Booba, stop, get out. Oh my god. If you have a cat, I suggest closing the door. I know they do one of these ones. Which way do I do it? Like this. We're just doing it. Okay, then I'm folding it in half, and then they do one of these ones. One done! Oh god, this is gonna take me forever. I'm stressed. Okay, so that wasn't recording. I've just done another foil on top of that last one, and I'm gonna do another foil on that little piece of hair above the last one on the back as well. And then I'm gonna go into slices. Then taking the neck section, splitting this back section in half, and I'm just gonna start doing slices. So no weaving because it gives you that impact really quick. Oh my god, my folds are getting significantly worse. I know the back of this is gonna be so messy, but like, I also feel like the back is none of my business. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I've done all the slices through that bottom half of my back section, and now I'm gonna take these sections that I have left out in between the slices and I'm gonna tip them out because I want them to look extra blonde. I might do them maybe 2 separate foils, or maybe I might just do one top bit and I can leave some of the bottom ones. I'm now going to move on to this top section of the back. I'm going to pin this section away. Also, when I'm mixing up the bleach, I'm just eyeballing the consistency. Kind of just want it to look like that, like thick but not too thick. Okay, so I'm going to do pretty chunky, well not chunky, but I feel like it's going to be a pretty thick weave on these top sections. So I'm going to do about 2 or 3 weaves through this top section and then I'll slice the rest. And I'm gonna just back comb it a little bit. This is the top section, so we want it to look really saturated on both sides. I've officially foiled my entire back section. I feel like that took way longer than I thought it was going to take. Like, that is how my foils are looking. I'm really excited to do the front section. This is the part that I feel like is going to be a lot easier in the sense of like I can see what's happening, I can rest it against my face. And I think by the time I'm finished foiling the front section, the back section will probably be ready to come out. Okay, so on this front section, I made sure that I parted my hair in half properly, and then I did little baby weaves all up the side. So I was trying to do it, so I started on an angle and kind of slowly rotated so I was more horizontal with the foils. You can see that like I'm foiling a little bit higher on the pieces that are closer to my face and kind of doing them down on an angle so it looks brighter around the front of the face. I did a really awful job at foiling. I do redeem myself later, I promise. Okay, last section. Finally, we're onto the top, and right at the top I'm going to do a couple of weaves. I've finally finished foiling. This is taking me hours. Because it has taken me so long, I need to check the back ones, but I feel like the back are gonna be almost ready. But see, it's lifted heaps. I have so much respect. I mean, I've always had respect for hairdressers, but I have so much respect now because my arms are so tired. Like, how do they do this? But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that everything turns out okay. Okay, it's voiceover live again. A few of my clips have just like randomly disappeared. This is my hair wet after that initial bleach. You can see that my hair is looking really yellow, and I realized that when it dried, it was also going to look really yellow. So the Shades EQ toner duo that I bought, they are not going to help kick out any of the yellow. So I have ended up going back in with a second foil, but only around the face frame because I just really wanted to brighten up that face frame. There was a few like gaps that I had missed around the hairline. And then I've also decided to go in and do some low lights. The first bleach, honestly, it wasn't that bad, but wasn't what I was going for, and it's my own fault because I did way too chunky weaves, but we do redeem ourselves, I promise. It's just a bit of a chaotic session. I'm also showing you guys a second bleach around the face frame because I want you all to see how nice my foils are. Like, I feel like I've done them really clean this time around because I was such a mess last time. Like, I feel like I've figured out how to fold them and sit them really nicely, and I think I did a good job, and I just wanted to prove that I could do it, so thank you. As you can see, I have fallen into that trap of initially doing too many foils where now my hair is all one color and looks really flat. You can also see that it is on the yellower side. What I've done is I've also bought some 9V Shades EQ, which will hopefully, once I mix it in with my 10GI, will hopefully give me that nice blonde that I'm looking for, but tone out some of that yellow. And then I want to add more dimension back into my hair because I don't want it to just be looking flat and yellow. So I'm going to do some low lights, which I feel like I should be more spooked for than I am. And then once I wash everything out, I'm gonna go through and shadow root and then connect everything and tone my ends. Fingers crossed that this works. I'm not necessarily gonna pull right through to the ends on each of them, but I am gonna drag it down through the top, and I do have a comb that I'm gonna use to drag some of that color through so it looks nice and even. Brush it through. I'm also gonna make sure that I'm applying this root, like low light color on an angle because I wanna make sure that brightness stays in the front. Then to do the low lights, I've actually bought some more Shades EQ as well. So I still have my 7N and I mixed it with a 7BG. You have to have something that has like gold or warm tones in it to fill the hair when it's blonde, because otherwise your low lights will look really muddy or green. Like you have to have something to fill in the hair. Okay, and through the back, we obviously want to have some low lights because that's where you're naturally dark anyway, but I didn't want to overcomplicate it. I split my hair right down the middle, so I had a left and a right side, and I did 3 chunky weaves of low lights on each side, leaving a bit of hair in between, so there's still that dimension there. But yeah, literally just did really chunky weaves and just made sure I really saturated the roots, and I brought it down with the comb until about 3/4 of the way through the hair. But yeah, that's all I did through the back, so there was just like 3 foils on each side of the head, so just 6 in total with the low lights. And honestly, I feel like that was plenty. And this is one of the foils I did through the back. This is just in the top weave section. I just wanted a bit more dimension through the top. And yeah, you have to like paint this, pulling it over the front of your head. I actually couldn't see anything, so I was just going by vibes at this point. I'm all shampooed out. Brushing my hair after washing that out might be one of the top worst experiences of my life. Every part of my hair is knotty. I think my face frame looks nice and bright. We definitely have a lot more dimension going on. I'm so glad, because before my hair was all just one color and it was not working for me. So now we're gonna do the root tap and tone the ends. I'm just gonna clip away this front section. I want this to stay as bright as possible, so I'm gonna do this last. And through the ends, I have a mixture. It's equal parts 9B and 10GI. And I'm just going to start working this through. And I'm really hoping that this will block a lot of that yellow I had going on. I'm gonna let that sit and just tone for 5 to 10 minutes. I'm then gonna wash it out and then put in this Gisou Honey Gloss Ceramide Therapy Mask because my hair is in some serious need of hydration. And then I'll style it and show you guys the finished result. Who's ready for the full reveal? 3, 2, 1. And that is the final hair. I'm actually so gagged. Like, I didn't think it was gonna turn out this good. I think this is the hair color I've been wanting forever and just never quite ended up because I didn't know how to vocalize it. But oh my God. I didn't film it, but I did give myself a little trim. There was no rhyme or reason to it. I just cut off any straggly ends. So I feel like my hair does look a little bit fuller now, but my hair honestly feels so healthy. I think an element of having that like stuff that protects your hair during dyeing really helped. And then also not dyeing over areas that I'd already done. Like, I really just touched up the roots when I did the second foiling to have like managed to get my perfect blonde without it looking dead and dry and gross and not have lost all my hair. It's like the best day of my life. And like, look at the root. Like, I actually think that the root area looks really good. There's that soft level of blonde, but there's definitely that root shadow coming through. Like, I think everything just blends together so nicely. Like if you see through hair, like I feel like my hair actually does have lots of levels of dimension, but it doesn't look piecey or anything. Cannot believe that I did this myself. I think I'm someone that's always had like lots of hair. Like, I have really long thick hair. My hair is kind of like the first thing you see when you see me. I was really risking it all, and oh my God, I'm so glad that it's paid off. You'll definitely be seeing more hair videos from me in the future when I do touch-ups and haircuts and things, because now that I know that I can do it, I definitely will be. This was really fun, and I'm glad that this has worked out. I think that's pretty much it for today's video. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to see from me. I've got quite a few makeup tutorials coming your way. I'm going to be super regular and you will be seeing me again. I say this every single video and then I never post again, but today is different. I will be posting regularly. Halloween is coming up, so I've got a lot of those looks coming on YouTube Shorts as well. Let me know in the comments if you've ever dyed your own hair and if it's gone well or if it's been just a total disaster, because I kind of want to hear those stories as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.